Some places just feel wrong, don't they? They're like scars on the landscape, where tragedy has been etched into the very stones, and you can still feel the echo. We're about to uncover the sinister events, from brutal executions to island plague pits that gave birth to the world's most terrifying and persistent ghost stories. These aren't just tales told around a campfire. Think of them as case files, where the historical evidence points to a chilling verdict. Some spirits just refuse to rest. Our first case file takes us to the heart of London, to a fortress of stone and dread, the Tower of London. For nearly 1,000 years, it's been a symbol of royal power, but its darkest legacy is written in blood. It was a prison and, for those who fell out of favor, an execution site. The most famous spirit said to walk its halls is Queen Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII. Accused of adultery, she was brought through the infamous Traitor's Gate and beheaded on Tower Green in 1536. For centuries, guards and visitors have reported seeing her headless apparition, sometimes leading a ghostly procession down the aisle of the chapel where her body is buried. In one terrifying account from 1864, a soldier on duty saw a whitish female figure and charged it with his bayonet. The weapon passed straight through the apparition as he fainted in shock. But she's not alone. The ghost of Lady Jane Grey, the 9-day queen executed at just 16, is reportedly seen as a white figure on the battlements. And perhaps most tragically, the small, ghostly figures of two young princes have been spotted clutching each other in terror in the Bloody Tower. Declared illegitimate by their uncle, they vanished in 1483, and it's widely believed they were murdered right inside these walls. The Tower of London is more than a landmark. It's a place heavy with royal sorrow and violence. From a royal prison, we journey to the Venetian lagoon in Italy, to an island so steeped in death, it's forbidden to visitors. This is Poveglia, a name whispered by local fishermen who refuse to cast their nets in its waters. Its sinister story began during the bubonic plague. Venice used Poveglia as a quarantine station, a place to dump the dead and the dying. It's estimated that tens of thousands of souls perished here, their bodies disposed of in mass graves known as plague pits. The legend is so extreme that some say over half the island's soil is composed of human ash. If that history wasn't dark enough, a mental asylum was opened on the island in 1922. Local folklore tells of a doctor who performed cruel experiments, like crude lobotomies on his patients. The story goes that the doctor was driven mad by the island's tormented spirits, eventually leaping to his death from the asylum's bell tower. Even though the bell was removed years ago, some locals still claim to hear it tolling across the water. Visitors who have managed to reach the island speak of an overwhelming sense of dread, disembodied screams, and the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. Poveglia isn't just a place with a dark history, it's an island quarantined by fear itself. Our final case file brings us to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the crumbling walls of Eastern State Penitentiary. When it opened in 1829, it was a radical experiment in prison reform. The idea was to inspire penitents through absolute strict isolation. This method, known as the Pennsylvania system, locked prisoners in solitary confinement 23 hours a day. They lived alone, ate alone, and even exercised alone in small individual yards. The psychological toll was devastating. Instead of rehabilitation, the profound isolation often drove inmates to the brink of insanity. The long, echoing cell blocks became incubators of misery. Notorious gangster Al Capone served his first prison sentence here and reportedly told guards he was being haunted by the ghost of James Clark, one of his victims from the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Since it was abandoned in 1971, paranormal reports have flourished. Visitors and investigators report seeing shadowy figures darting down corridors, hearing evil cackling from empty cells, and feeling the phantom touch of unseen prisoners. A dark figure is frequently spotted in one of the guard towers, as if a spectral guard is still watching over the tormented souls trapped inside. Eastern State Penitentiary is a grim reminder that a prison built to break the human spirit might just trap it there forever. If you find this journey into the dark side of history as fascinating as we do, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss the investigations we have coming up next.
Aludaya Thauro, London, Poveglia Island, Eastern State Penitentiary. 3 different places, 3 unique histories of suffering, but they all share a common thread: the powerful and lasting imprint of human tragedy. History is written in stone and blood, and sometimes it seems it refuses to stay silent. The real question is, what other secrets are still waiting to be heard?